Okay, this is Lander Wilson. What I want to talk about in this video quickly, as always, is something I've bumped into over the years. And that's people that panic. And this is where if you're in a situation, a stressful situation, potentially hostile situation, where if people panic, it can escalate the situation. Excuse me. In the close protection business, you've got to remember the clients are looking to you to actually look after them, to keep them calm. You think about it from their perspective, as the person you're hiring to look after you and keep you calm is afraid and panicking, you're in a fucked up situation, right? Because a lot of the clients, the reason they're hiring you is for reassurance. They want somebody there that's confident enough to be able to deal with any problems and make sure they're safe. If their protectors are panicking, okay, then it can be a little bit of an issue. Let me give you a couple of stories. I don't have too many stories. One, I remember years and years ago, a long time ago, when I was in London. I was doing an event, a black tie event at a hotel on Park Lane. That has a big ballroom right under Park Lane. And in the day, I used to spend too much time there. And I remember I was there working with one guy one night. It's two of us, some black tie function. I forget what it was, no idea. I can't remember what the hell it was. But I remember we was there and some guy had a heart attack. They were just having their dinner before speeches and everything else. And somebody come up to us, the guy's had a heart attack, etc. The other guy I was dealing with, I remember he was a good guy. I can't remember who the hell he was, but he was a good guy. And their reaction to somebody having a heart attack was, first thing at night was, for fuck's sake, we have to deal with this shit now. So again, we went down and there was somebody there who was apparently medically trained dealing with a guy having a heart attack. And to be honest, there's not much we can do. The ambulance had been called, the hotel had been called, the hotel reception managers had been called. Everybody was informed, our job was done. The hotel in the day was a very good hotel. They had first aiders, even though we had our basic first aid shit. And they had more qualified first aiders. They had a good first aid kit. Somebody come down. They'd done a very good job, etc. Ambulance crew turned up, evacuation, everything was smooth. And the funny thing after that, the lady went up to, this gentleman's wife went up to the security manager and said, we'd like to thank your security staff. They're very calm, etc. They kept everybody calm, whatever. Yeah, we wasn't keeping everybody calm. We didn't really give a fuck. We just wanted everything to go nice and easy because it's the start of the evening and we want a quiet shift. Yeah, we want to go grab our coffees and get everybody out at the end of the night and just go home again. That's it, it's business. But this is where if people panic, and I remember that same location, and I got a few stories from that place. We were there doing one event one night, and they had brought in another security company who was working directly for the hotel. For a company that had the contract with the hotel, so we're working for the hotel. But the event providers brought in their own security, and generally they were Muppets. And we had some guy come running up to us panicking because there was an unattended bag in the fucking down where people are having dinner, etc. on the event room floor. And all it was to us, again, this is somebody most probably from outside London somewhere, the first time he's ever been in a 5-star hotel. First time he ever wore a dicky bow, a black tie, etc. And now he's in the center of the universe and oh my God, there's an unattended bag. Well, if we went down at that time, it was somebody most probably checking in and checking out of the hotel, most probably checking into the hotel and went straight to dinner instead of checking into the hotel and left their bag on the side of the event hall. And I think we just told him, leave it, whatever. And I think we looked back later, the bag was gone, and I think we saw somebody walking out with it, going up to check into the hotel. The guy panicked. Somewhere in a situation like that, if you're some idiot screaming bomb, 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 it's going to be a panic. I've come across IEDs. I remember other people in London, incidents where people have panicked, thinking something was an IED. It wasn't an IED. Complete and utter BS because they live in fantasy world. I say in another video, another good example. I was in Venezuela many, many years ago with my associate Shamel, and we were doing a move from Caracas to one of the beach resorts. And to get there, we had to drive through some hills, drive through the mountains, etc. Shamel had a nice little Land Cruiser, 4-door Land Cruiser, 2-door Land Cruiser, 4-wheel drive, etc. Perfect vehicle for the roads. The corporate security manager for the company of the girls, drinks promotion girls was escorting, assigned them, I think it's the Ford Expedition, the big one. No, it's either the Explorer or the Expedition, the big one, which was an unsuitable vehicle for those roads. Because those roads were generally 1.5 lanes. On one side you got a hill, on the other side you got a couple 100-foot drop. And it's okay going up the hills. We're going through the clouds, the roads are wet. Now we're going down the hills, the roads are wet. And the driver of the lead vehicle, that was a cracker's driver, not a rural driver, was riding his brakes. And all we could smell was the rubber of the brakes burning. The windows in the vehicle we could see were all misted up. And we stopped part of the way down. They stopped, they pulled over, and they needed a break. And the driver, the girls were panicked, because they're driving with this driver that's terrified. They can smell the burning brakes. All the windows are misted up. You look out one side, you see trees. You look at the other side of the vehicle, you see nothing but, as I said, a couple 100-foot drop. I remember me and Shamel laughing, because we're like, well, we're driving 50 meters behind these guys and girls. If they go over the side, what the fuck can we do? Nothing. Make a call. Okay, we see them, they're 200 foot below us. We need some ropes to go and get the bodies. But that was a situation where the driver was not suitable, the vehicle was not suitable, and the fact the driver was panicking. If he just put down his fucking windows, so people could see and get some fresh air, I don't think there would have been so much panic. But this is the thing, panic spreads. Haiti, I got one client comes to mind, was afraid to be in Haiti. I had to be with him all the time. And we had a few things there. It was nothing. It's just Haiti being Haiti. But it could quite easily been taken out of context. And then you've got an issue. If you're dealing with armed people, and this is another thing I was always wary of in the US when I was employing armed protection people, armed guards, when I'm working with armed people today, is if somebody panics, or if there's you see this all the time, I say, with American cops. Somebody panics, somebody pulls the trigger, somebody ends up dead. If you're dealing with firearms, you need cool-headed people. So this is where you've got to be very careful, especially when you're dealing with armed people. I remember, again, another Haitian story. I remember we'd done a job there years ago. When I got back, the client was very, very happy. Everything went flawlessly as far as they see. And I was laughing with the person that put the clients on to me. I said, well, they didn't see the point where they nearly pistol whipped one of my guys in the fucking parking lot outside the hotel because they tried to pull shit on me because they wanted more money. Your typical stuff. Well, what was it? Oh, the clients can afford more. I want more money. I'm taking the vehicle. I'm not coming back, and fuck you. All right, so it kicked off. You know what? He didn't take the vehicle. They didn't get more money. And you know what? He was off the job very, very, very quickly and replaced. But this is where, as far as the clients are concerned, they didn't see any of it. They just saw smiles. And I've been on jobs where behind the scenes, it's been, how can I put it, very, very, a lot of friction. Some cases, a lot of blows and friction. But again, the clients don't see it. The clients get their service. And if the people are professional, the client shouldn't see it. The client should just get peace. The client, you're there to install confidence in the client and make sure everything goes as smoothly as possible for them. So, just my opinion on a few things, as usual. In the meantime, follow me along on social media. I have an array of books up on Amazon that talks about various aspects of the security business, close protection, counterinsurgency, kidnap and ransom. Also, I've got 4 crime fiction books up. And also follow us along on social media. I prefer LinkedIn. We're also up on X, etc. But follow us along. If you have any questions, reach out to me. I will get back to you in time. Just give me time. But in the meantime, remember, always be good, stay safe, and stay out of trouble. And again, don't go panicking about shit. Maybe it's just I'm old and cynical, but a lot of things don't worry me these days. But again, if always avoid the people that panic, the highly strung people, because they don't belong in the close protection business. Once they start panicking, panic spreads, and it's the last thing you want.